Hello, love. It's Lindsay Landry, energy alchemist and heart shaman for healers and soul led entrepreneurs who are ready to call in deep pleasure and massive prosperity into their lives, their relationships, and their business. Welcome to today's episode. I'm so delighted that you are here, and I'm looking forward to dropping in with you. So today's conversation is around ditching the hustle and bustle and finding balance this holiday season. So this topic and this conversation has been coming up with my clients, my one-on-one clients, and also people in my community that I've been chatting with. And I thought that it would be just kind of like a fun, playful conversation just to give you some ideas to help you stay grounded and anchored as we navigate this holiday season. So I know for myself, last week I had a little bit of a rattling. So if you listen to my previous episode, I shared that Ken is currently in Vermont. So he went up there to work a snowstorm, and he's going to be coming home probably this weekend. Today is December 17th, so Christmas is next week. And we were talking about our plans for the holiday, and I found myself get completely overwhelmed. So where we are in relationship to my family and where our holiday festivities will be for my family is about 90 minutes. So it's about a 90-minute drive. And then where we are in relationship to his family is about 7 to 8 hours from Louisiana to Alabama. And so he started to bring forward the conversation of our plans and what his intentions were. And I noticed myself really overwhelmed with what I wanted and how we were going to navigate and all of the things, right? And so I really began to get super intentional about this for myself. And these are some of the practices that I've been using. And I thought that this would be a really good time, right, for me to share them with you. So the first thing that I think is really important, and I would say do this now, don't wait until we get closer, really do it now, is get really clear on what you want and how you desire to feel this holiday season. What is priority to you? What does your heart and soul most long for and desire, right? So what I noticed for myself when this came forward with Ken was that I really wanted to spend time with him. He is my number one priority. And part of my overwhelm was that I didn't want to be sharing him or sharing our time and energy or leaking it with all sorts of things to do and all kinds of different places to go and people to see and all of those things, right? And so getting clear, once I got really clear on what it was that I needed, and once I got clear on what I wanted, right, I had to sort through the overwhelm and go deeper, right? Like get underneath it so that I could really feel and hear what was true for me. But once I got clear on that, then we were able to have a conversation about it, and we kind of shifted things around a bit, right? And so I want to invite you to get really clear on what it is that you want. And if you have feelings of stress, overwhelm, maybe even stuff around giving, or not being able to give the way that you want to, if that stuff is coming up for you, allow yourself to get underneath it and really go deeper to the essence and root of what it is that you're really longing for, right? So that's the first step. And if you need to, have conversations about it with your people, right? Your partner, even your kids. Like if you're craving quality time, maybe y'all make cookies together, and maybe you switch up some of the activities so that you can actually have more of the experiences that you're deeply craving and deeply desiring, and that are going to nourish you, right? And not leave you drained. So that is the first thing. The second thing is really preparing for self-care. And, you know, knowing what you need in relationship to that, right? So if you are going visit family, knowing what helps you stay anchored while you are doing that. So it might be doing your meditation before you go. It might be doing some yoga before you go. And then also the aftercare, right? So is it that you want to take a shower when you get home, or an Epsom salt bath? But like starting to map some of this out to where you have that noted for yourself. Or maybe, if you're like me and you really want to stay connected in your relationship, even amongst all of the movement, maybe it's talking to your partner about that and mapping it out a little bit. So after the holiday, like the gathering, can you give each other a massage? Or maybe have a moment where you light a candle and for 10 minutes, right? Like you offer each other your presence and just your attention and your focus, and checking in with each other like in a really conscious, sacred way. That's another idea, but just tuning into what would feel really good for you, what would feel really rich, right? Prosperous. What would feel really, really good? So prepping for your self-care. The next thing is allowing yourself to take breaks throughout the day as you need. And also, I'm a big fan of setting timers. So, our brain thinks that like you can't have a break because you're never going to get back to the thing, or if you take a break from the gathering, or if you take a break from your work or whatever it is, cooking, that like you might not finish doing what you need to do. What I'm a big fan of is actually setting a timer on your phone. So taking a 10-minute break where you let yourself completely unplug. You have a timer, so you have a container. You're not going to drift away, and letting yourself give yourself whatever you need in that 10-minute space, right? That can be really, really potent. So, yeah, highly suggest that. And just know, at gatherings, it's okay to take some space for yourself when you need. So if you're having a conversation with someone and you're a little triggered, or you notice past parts of yourself coming forward, or whatever, right? Maybe you just feel like you need some space, like you're at your capacity. It is okay to go outside or go in the other room, set a timer if you need to, and just take that space for yourself. The next tip is so the next few are more energy practices. Yeah, it feels like we're going a little bit deeper. So the first few things are kind of like creating that structured space for yourself, right? And then this is sort of like in the moment, things that you can sort of plug into to enhance your experience. And also stay like connected to your own source energy. So this is more about like that juiciness inside and allowing that flow to stay nourished. That's what I'm going to say. Like the spark, like staying kindled, staying nourished. we need to tend our fire and nourish it, right, for it to continue to burn. So these are practices to like kind of stay connected and resourced throughout the holiday experience. So the first one is enhancing your environment. I'm going to pause and get some water and be right back. Okay, I actually love that I had to get some water on that note. Yes, definitely stay hydrated, right? And make sure you're drinking enough water through the holidays. It's something that's like so simple, and also, it's easy to like forget or to not do the thing. So, yes to that, and also to nourishing yourself. But enhancing your environment. So, this came forward with a client that I was in conversation with. And I really loved it. I really loved this. So, many people, right, already decorate for Christmas and for the holidays. We can like take that a step further and use those decorations. And if you don't decorate, you can be really intentional and maybe get some candles or have essential oils diffusing, or buy yourself some flowers and have these anchor points in your environment. Maybe it's your fireplace. I know for me, we have an electric fireplace, but I absolutely love it. So have these anchor points where when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you are feeling stressed out, you can anchor into these different things and resource from these different things that are in your space. So it might be looking at your Christmas tree, right? And like really like just connecting with it, finding the joy in it, meeting it energetically. Or the same thing, if you buy yourself some flowers, like really appreciating those flowers, appreciating that you bought them for yourself, right? You took the time and energy to bring this into your space, and now they are nourishing you. They are there for you. The essential oils. So I highly recommend warm oils like sandalwood or cinnamon. Also rose. Rose and bergamot would also be really good ones for the holidays, because those are really heart oriented. But allowing, the scent, right? And so then in those moments, your scent, your smell, your senses become an anchor point for you to ground, for you to come back to your body. So your sight, the energetic connection of connecting to the things in your physical space, your senses. I love having candles. So when I'm navigating, times that are a little stressful or overwhelming, I love having candles, and I light them intentionally as a prayer. And so no one else has to know this, right? But if you have a candle in your space, you can light it intentionally with a prayer. And you can use that as an anchor point throughout the day or evening. Also, putting essential oils on your body as needed is a really good anchor point. Okay, so the next one is similar, but it's anchoring into nature. And so Whether you're looking through a window, if you can go outside, that of course is better. And I get that some of you are in really cold places. So it might not be as easy to go outside. But find things in nature that you can simply connect with. So for me, this practice, I absolutely love nature and I already have sort of a love affair with it. So it's really easy. But even on my walks, I notice, I like to notice different things. So sometimes it's different trees, or um, it might be like the leaves on the ground. And recently on my walk, I noticed the leaves and I was noticing like how dramatic they looked. Like, wow, falling, releasing, dying. And like they all had a different feel and vibration. And um, yeah, it really brought me to this place of just kind of giggling, and not taking things so seriously, right? It kind of gave me a sense of letting go of the pressure, the seriousness, the overwhelm. We can do this with the sun. I had a call today and I was inviting the woman on the call, she was outside. I said, well, can you feel the sunshine, the rays? Let them meet you. And really feel them. The wind, the air, even if it's cold, like allowing it to meet your skin and feeling the sense, the sensation on your skin. So these are some of the ways we can really use nature as an anchor point. Also sounds, right? So the crows or the birds singing. Listening beyond your ears, right? What is it that they're saying? What if their message, their song, their voice was just for you? Allowing yourself to take moments and drop into that level of connection. Yeah. And you may even just feel it from me speaking it. I know I feel it as it's coming through me. So this is a way for us to resource ourselves. And then the last thing that I want to share is allowing yourself to wonder. Wonder what else is possible. Not just in the moment, not just in the experience, but what else is possible for you. And we can use wonder also as a connection point, right? So I wonder what the experience is like for someone else, or what they experienced growing up as a child for Christmas, right? Or really just being curious about them, the person. So underneath the mask, underneath the labels, underneath all of the identity structures, what do you see? Right? In your own inner child, letting yourself connect back to her, or him and the wonder that lives there that maybe has been forgotten. So I hope this was helpful for you. I'll be sharing it in my Facebook community. So if you have other tips, other ways that you like to stay grounded and present during the holiday season, please come join us in the Soul Inspired Success community and share with us. Share with us what you notice works really well for you. It might support someone else in the community. I am wishing you a very warm, loving, blessed holiday season, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.